In this lesson, work along with the project 11D in the work files. I really like the animation, but I'm starting to think I've placed it on the wrong clip. It's very dark, and the car doesn't fill the frame at the beginning. Let's try placing the effect on a later part of the clip. There are two ways to do this. Let's find the frame we want to come in on. As the car moves, you see a flash of light between the concrete columns, probably a street lamp. Scrub to the second flash of that light. The playhead in the keyframe graph area is always in sync with the timeline playhead, so it's right where we want it. Drag the second keyframe to the playhead position. Type -16, hit return, and drag the first keyframe to the new playhead position. And keep an eye on the rotation field to make sure you're at 90 degrees when you release the mouse. Now hit B for the blade tool, and cut at the current playhead position. Hit A for the selection tool, select the first part of the clip, and hit delete. Back up a second, and hit play. It works much better when the car is full frame, but let's try doing that another way. Hit Command Z 4 times to get back to where we started. Make sure we still have the effect at the top of the clip, and make sure you're back on the second street lamp flash. Hit Command-Shift-A to deselect all clips, type -16, and hit return. Hit B for the blade tool, and cut. Hit A for the selection tool, select the first half, hit Command-C to copy, select the new section, and hit Option-V to paste attributes. We used this dialog earlier when we were moving audio levels from one clip to another. It lets you choose what you paste from the copied clip. Content would paste the actual frames. All 7 sections of the Motion tab are represented here, but all we want right now is Basic Motion. Check Basic Motion and hit OK. Now play the second clip. Something's wrong. The motion is considerably faster than it is in the original. The information is still in the clipboard, so let's try pasting the attributes again. Note that you can overwrite motion attributes with the Paste Attributes command, but if you use Paste Attributes with video filters, existing filters are maintained beneath the added ones. Make sure the clip is selected and hit Option-V. Here's the problem. Scale attribute times was checked. In other words, the clip we copied from was longer than the clip we pasted to. So Final Cut compressed the keyframes proportionally, leading to a faster animation. Uncheck Scale attribute times and check Basic Motion, and hit OK to paste. Now play the clip. The effect now has the same duration as the original. And you can do the opposite by control-clicking a clip and selecting Remove Attributes. The Remove dialog gives you all the same options you had in the Paste dialog, except for clip settings, which can't be removed. Right now, only Basic is available, because that's the only category with settings that have been changed. Simply check what you want removed and hit OK. We'll refine this transition further, but while we're on the topic of reusing our motion effects, let's save it as a favorite so it's available in other projects. First, restore the motion settings by hitting Command-Z to undo the Remove Attributes action, and make sure the effect is back in place. In our work on transitions, we added transitions to our favorites bin by selecting them and hitting Option-F. To make a motion favorite, select the clip with the desired keyframes and hit Control-F. It appears in the Favorites bin with the clip name and motion in parentheses, and a different icon to distinguish it from transitions and effects. Let's rename it. Call it /right. In the browser, open Sequence 2. And let's look at the ways we can add a motion favorite. From the Favorites bin, drag the motion effect onto the second clip in the sequence. Play it back. Select the third clip in the sequence and go to Effects, Motion Favorites, and select the effect there. Note that a shortcut has been assigned. Now play it back. Hit T for the Track Forward tool, hold the Shift key for all tracks forward, and click on the end of the fourth clip. And from the Favorites bin, drag the motion effect onto the selected clips. Play back the section. As we can see, the effect was added to all selected clips. But play the third group. It's a mess. What happened? Final Cut scaled the attributes, bringing the keyframes closer together in the shorter clip and farther apart in the longer clip. All of the clips in the first two groups had the same duration as the source of the favorite, something not likely to happen in the real world. We need to consciously set and record a duration for the effect. To save time, I staggered these clips with a 1-second overlap. Hit B and blade the first second of the fourth clip. Hit A for the selection tool, select it, and hit Ctrl F. Call it /right 1 second, and now we know, months, even years from now, that this effect should be applied to 1-second clips, a reasonable duration for a transition.